Offbeat Intros is a section of the show devoted to learning more about the artist. The YouTube channel is to promote the show. If you'd like to hear full songs, please use one of the links in the video description to listen to the full show.
This is Offbeat.
This is Offbeat.
I first found out about this band at Watch It Festival in 2019, back when dancing and bouncing off of people all sweaty was a thing. It's not these days, but still. They opened the main stage on the Sunday, and I was camped behind the stage, and they actually got me out of bed to run round the front to see what was going on. A little bit hungover and worse for wear, but I'm so glad that they did. Hailing from the southwest of England, Offbeat Intros this time is looking at the band Irie Fire. From the band, Sareii Lennox joins us on the show today. Hello, how's it going?
Hello, I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Let's talk about the band. Offbeat Intros is all about finding more information about a band that other people might not have heard of quite yet. For those who haven't been woken up by the sweet reggae vibes of Irie Fire, could you tell them a little bit more about yourselves?
So, Irie Fire, we're an 8-piece reggae band from Weston-super-Mare. The band started in 2017. Most of us knew each other from the local music scene in Weston-super-Mare, which is where we all live. And although a lot of us came from different musical backgrounds, some of us were in punk bands, rock, metal, we all had a similar love for reggae, and so Irie Fire began. There's been a couple of changes to the lineup since we began. Elliot, who was the male vocalist and guitarist on the first album, he left in 2019, and in his place has joined Alan, who's now on keys and vocals, and Pete, our guitarist.
If you were to explain the sound that you produce, how would you put that across for someone that's not heard you before?
Okay, well, we've recently actually decided to rebrand our genre as reggae fusion. Because we all have different tastes in music, we've started to add in some funk elements, some hip-hop elements. We wanted to add more of a fun sound, be able to explore more genres than just straight reggae.
The two tunes that we've got lined up then, does one of them, would you say, show us that change, or is that to come in releases that you've got set up ready to go?
That is to come in the next album, so definitely watch this space.
Oh, okay, so the songs that we're going to be playing from you today are going to be showing maybe more of where you've come from rather than the direction you're heading in.
Yes, this will definitely be the start of Irie Fire.
The song that we've got lined up ready to go first is called Mr. Medicine. Do you want to tell us a bit about the song and then introduce us into it?
Okay, well, yeah, Mr. Medicine, this song actually did start out as more of a hip-hop track. However, we reggae-fied it. I don't know if that's a word.
Oh, it most definitely is. No, that's been a word for donkey's years.
And I think this is definitely one of our favourite songs that we play.
Hey, Mr. Medicine.
It's the Offbeat Reggae Radio Show. I'm Andy, and I am talking to Sareii Lennox of Irie Fire. That is the first song that we play from them, Mr. Medicine, as we introduce you to a new band, or maybe you've followed them for ages. In fact, Irie Fire, that's an interesting name. Where did the band name come from?
So, before Irie Fire was a band, there was a previous project called Blessed Roots, and a lot of the Irie Fire members were in this band, but unfortunately the band didn't work out, and I think it caused a lot of sadness and an empty space for a lot of the members. And that's when a decision was made to rebrand and rebirth the band. And out of the ashes of Blessed Roots came the fire, which is where the fire in Irie Fire comes from. It symbolises rebirth and new beginnings for all of us. And everyone was so happy that new life had been breathed into this project. And that's where Irie comes in. In Jamaican patois, Irie means feeling good, and everyone was feeling really good energy about this new band. So yeah, Irie Fire.
Very fitting. I like it. For the band itself, would you say that there are any standout moments since the band kicked off? Best gigs that come to mind? Any funny stories that you'd like to share with us?
I think as best gig goes, definitely the highlights have been playing Godney Festival and playing Watch It Festival. Those were two fantastic gigs and great stages. We loved those. As for funny standout gigs, we did have one gig booked. I think it was in Axminster, and we were very excited for the gig. As we were driving into the place, we saw these big signs, Irie Fire, here tonight. When we turned up there was a lorry parked on a slanted hill. But we still played, and it actually turned out to be one of our favourite gigs because there's 8 of us in the band. We've got a percussionist, Yusuf. We were doing this gig on the slanty hill on the back of a lorry, and all of our equipment was sliding off the stage. It was definitely one of our funnest gigs to date. Yeah, it was just comical.
It sounds it. But well, the thing is, with 8 of you, you're kind of bringing the party with you as well, aren't you?
Still one of my favourite gigs to date because it was comical.
Comedy is always helpful. But the tunes also are very good standalone tracks themselves as well. You had a very good day when you played at Watch It. The weather was with you, definitely.
Oh, that was lovely. Yeah, reggae for breakfast.
It really was. You really did drag me out of bed as well. I couldn't believe I was missing it. I should look at the... I think I came in during track 2. But I should look at the lineup a bit closer next time. I must admit, though, that weekend was kind of sponsored by cider, if I was honest.
Yes, 100% it was.
On to the next track. If you liked the idea of Mr. Medicine as you listened to it, we've got another song from Irie Fire lined up for you. Could you tell us a bit more about that song as we lead into it?
Okay, so Late of the Night was actually written about festivaling. Every year I used to love going to Glastonbury Festival. And I remember every year that I turned up at the festival and was going through the gates, I made a promise to myself that I would leave my troubles at the door. That's the first line in that track. And it's all about letting go, having a good time. A festival really is that safe space where people are allowed to find that release from daily stresses of life. So, yeah, that's definitely what that track pays homage to.
Okay, let's have a listen then. Irie Fire, and it is called Late of the Night. Another track from Irie Fire, Late of the Night is the name of it. Now, it's around about this time that I ask if there's anything in particular that you would like to promote, any new releases coming up, any upcoming gigs coming up. And from our pre-chat, it sounds like it's all of the above.
Yes, we've actually just been back to Orchard Studio to record our new EP, which is going to be called Set Sail. And it will be released in the next couple of months. We're going to be doing a 2-month exclusive CD sale before the tracks are available online. And if anyone is wanting to purchase it, you'll be able to find a pre-sale link on our website now, www.iriefire.co.uk. As for gigs coming up, we've got a few exciting ones. We'll be playing at the Big Sheep in Devon with Neville Staple from The Specials on the 18th of June. This is going to be a wicked gig, and they have camping. So if you're looking for a night away to let your hair down, then definitely get your tickets. We'll also be playing with Aswad on the 10th of July at the Cheese and Grain in Frome.
Oh, that'll be amazing.
I'm so excited for that one. That's going to be a great night. We also are playing Glastonbury Calling on the 1st of October and Locked In Festival, which is near Weston-super-Mare on the 25th of September. I'm sure we have other gigs, which you'll be able to find on our website and social medias.
Lovely. So things really starting back up again for the back end of 2021 for you.
Yes, finally. After the pandemic, it's so nice to be able to book up gigs again. And yeah, we're really excited for what's to come. Okay,
well, I'll cross fingers and toes that things don't go in the horribly awful direction that 2020 went in as people get more relaxed and start forgetting the rules. But anyway, we'll think positively and assume that all of those are going ahead. If you want to find out more, as you've been told, you can find out more from their website. Now, we're going to move ourselves further into the influence track, or someone that you think that we should listen to. This section of the show is to get more of a feeling as to what the band's about, the kind of things that have shaped your own music. What did you choose to put into this slot and why?
So the band we've chosen is a band called Catchy. They're a reggae band. They're from New Zealand. This band has definitely had a massive impact on the sound that Irie Fire strive to meet, from their percussion to their vocals, the way they write their tracks. Yeah, they've definitely been such a big inspiration to us. We actually played with them when the band was Blessed Roots before it became Irie Fire. We played a couple of shows with Catchy, and they were incredible live and definitely inspired us.
Fabulous. Okay, let's get a song on from them then. Reggae Revival. So it's the influence track for Irie Fire, Catchy and Reggae Revival. The band, if you are now a big fan of Irie Fire, are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube as well. If you did want to find a place that has all of those links ready and set for you, you can either go to their website, iriefire.co.uk, or you can now go to offbeatreggae.com, where they have their own featured artist page, as does every featured artist as part of the show. So I will put on there a bio. We'll also put up a YouTube audiogram of this interview, as well as any videos that I can grab off of YouTube. And if you're on Spotify or Apple Music, I'll put some players in there so people can find out more information about you. The idea is that the show works as hard for you as you have for us by being on it.
Oh, thank you very much for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure. We're so honoured to be on the show. So thank you.
You're very welcome. It's great to have you. Please do let me know of any releases that you have coming up. If the new song comes out, and you don't mind, of course, whack it over to me. We'll get it played on the show and give it some promotion.
100%. Thank you ever so much.